In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the serpentine belt tensioner on this Chevy Silverado 2500 with a 6.0 liter engine. Let's install this brand new TRQ tensioner. At the front of the engine, you'll see the belt routing. The tensioner will sit on the far passenger side, so it's going to have a deep 15 millimeter or a longer 15 millimeter headed bolt here that you can put a socket on and pull clockwise. Once you pull clockwise, you'll see that it releases tension, and then once tension has been removed, you should be able to grab the belt off of really anything you can reach, pop it off, and then let go of it, release tension, or release the tool off of the tensioner, and that should allow you to remove your belt off of your pulleys so we can do the job. At this point, just so that the belt doesn't get in my way, I'm gonna pull it off. It fell off of basically every pulley anyway, so just take it off. We'll put it back on later. I'll show you exactly how. To remove this tensioner, you need a 15 millimeter socket, a deep one or an extension, so you can reach the two bolts that hold it on to the engine. One is up here. I'm going to break it free, but I will not remove it all the way. Once I break this one free, I'm going to move to the lower one, and then I'll take that one out completely. This upper one can hold it in place while I work on the other. There we go. All right, with this one broken free as well, like I said, I'm going to completely remove this one. There's one. If you're using a power tool like this, make sure you don't get it stuck up against the fan. There's the tensioner. It's gonna have to come out this way. You can remove the bolt from it, and there it is. Take the new tensioner and carefully bring it into position. You're gonna wanna position it so that the bolt holes line up. I'm gonna start in one of the bolts into the tensioner so I can line it up with the mounting hole on the engine. Okay, try to get it started. I got this one to start in. Once I get that one partially started, I'm gonna thread in the lower one. That way I know it's all lined up. Now with both of them started, let's snug them up and then torque them both. Doesn't matter which one you thread on first. All right, let's grab the torque wrench. The torque on both of those bolts is 37 foot-pounds. There's one. And the second one. It's time to put the belt on. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to feed it on the other side of this fan because, well, that's how it goes. And I'm going to put it around the harmonic balancer first. It's very important that it sits in all of the ribs there on the pulley. And then once you're sure it's seated, put it around the water pump. I'm holding it with one hand at the top, by the way, at the same time. So I'll put it around the water pump. Then it goes down on the power steering. Just like so. Then up and around the alternator, underneath this idler, and then on the tensioner. However, I'm going to take it off of the alternator, put it on the tensioner instead, and hold it up here because sliding it over the alternator while I'm trying to release tension will be a lot easier than trying to pull it over the tensioner. So, actually I might even just do this because when you try to slide it on a flat pulley, it tends to go on a little bit easier. So I'm gonna let go slowly so it doesn't pop off. Looks like it's still on. That's good. I'm gonna grab my 15mm ratchet. Let's get that belt on. Okay, with my tool on there, I'm gonna pull up on it. That's gonna release tension. Grab the belt, slip it underneath this idler. Now before I let go, I'm going to visually inspect everything, double check that it's still seated, and it looks like it is. It's perfectly seated on everything. Maybe a little bit too far on this water pump here. That's all right, it's not off, but looks like the harmonic balancer, power steering, everything is perfect, so I'm good to go. When you turn on the engine for the first time, inspect it. So turn it on, let it run for 2 to 3 seconds, shut it off, inspect the belt, because if it is off one rib on any of these pulleys, it can actually fly off and do some other damage while it's basically flying off of these. So you want to make sure that it's seated. Other than that, turn on the engine, let it run, make sure it's good.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.